Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Jacob here for the JTwoH channel. Today we got another review of a digital, actually. I don't have this one physically, so I can't hold it up and show you all the goodness and all that. This was sent to me digitally quite a while ago by Lionsgate. I actually kind of forgot, because I'm awful, that I had this digitally. And actually, I watched it in the fall, so it actually kind of worked out. I watched this around where I watch all my other horror movies, so I was very excited for that. Today we're going to be talking We Summon the Darkness, which is it's a 2019 film, distributed in 2020 by Lionsgate. It starred Alexandra Daddario and Johnny Knoxville. Johnny Knoxville had a very small part in this movie, and two other female leads, which I can't think of. It's hard because I don't have it directly in front of me because I watched it digitally. But this has been up for a while. This was an odd film. Definitely not my favorite thing in the world. I thought the acting was, I'd say, borderline subpar. Even someone like Alexandra Daddario, which people are going to recognize from San Andreas and Baywatch, the film, not the movie, or the not the show, and what's those movies she was in with Percy Jackson. Like, everyone's going to recognize her, so that's your hook. I think that's really the star. Obviously, people tend to recognize Johnny Knoxville too, but he wasn't as big a role. He's not even as big on the cover of the movie. But Alexandra Daddario, and even her acting was kind of questionable at times. And hers was the best. Like, some of the acting is brutal. Storyline wise, it was pretty interesting. The two twists. There's one that you see coming a mile away, and I don't think it's even considered a twist. I wouldn't consider it a twist. You see that one coming, so I can't judge that one necessarily. And then the second twist right at the end, you kind of see coming, but I understand what they're getting at, so you can't fault them for that. Some of the time with these horror movies, especially the lower budget ones, they try to do all these twists and fancy shenanigans, and I don't think, I call it unearned twists. They try to tell you right at the last minute, oh, it's so and so, or oh, he wasn't involved, or oh, it turns out it's his twin. It's some weird allergies, some weird something weird right at the end that just, it was not earned, and it would have been just as good or bad without it. So I won't say it was quite unearned. I don't think it needed it per se. It's an average film. I'd say, like, I can't remember what I gave this. 2 or 2.5 stars. Now, it is horror. There's definitely horror elements. It's not a jump scare movie. It's more like the darkness stuff, some demon worship stuff and Satan worship, and some preacher stuff. That seems to be a common theme in horror movies. Either the priest who has gone bad, or just not bad, gone against God, no matter what you believe, or it's just a satanic priest. I usually can't tell. I can't differ, and they usually don't do a good job of explaining it. In this, they don't either. He's just it's kind of like, it's a cult in this one. It's not somebody, going against their religion. It's a cult. So it's interesting, but like I said, there's some brutal acting in this. So don't expect don't expect cinema. Don't expect, like, oh my gosh, this is gonna get an Oscar. Like, no. This is going to entertain you for sure, especially if you're an Alexandra Daddario fan. I am. I love her in everything I've just listed, and I think she's in True Detective. She's in quite a bit of things. Also, one of the other leads, my wife immediately recognized. I didn't, so that was cool. I tend to recognize her after my wife's like, "Oh, it's so and so from this," and I was like, "Yeah, you're right. That's right." And I'm a Johnny Knoxville fan. There's no one else in the film that I recognized or would. I don't believe you would either. But it's a fun flick. It's a relatively inexpensive movie to purchase. I will put the link in the description for you guys to check out. If you're looking for just like it's not a thinker's movie. It's kind of like, oh, cool. I wonder, where's this gonna go? Oh, now they killed this person. What's this doing? It's more that. It's a popcorn flick. It's horror. It's like a slasher. So anyway, thank you guys so much over at Lionsgate for sending me this to check out. It was good. I enjoyed watching it with the wife the night I picked it from the cup and decided to review it. So thank you so much for sending it over to me. I'll put a link in the description where you can check this out physically. Support physical media and support Lionsgate. I would very much appreciate it. I would consider it a personal favor. And also in the description, I'll put my Twitter, my Instagram, my Blu-ray.com, where I catalog all my inventory and stuff I'm selling, keeping my collection. eBay.com, where I sell everything, and or I buy a lot of stuff from eBay. So if, I sell a lot of my collection. If it doesn't, I call it make the shelf, and I get rid of it. My eBay is on there. If you want to buy something off my eBay page, just message me directly first, because I can give you a better deal. eBay tends to take quite a bit of fees. Same with Macari. Although my Macari isn't linked to this channel in any way, it's just my personal Macari. Also, my TV Time, where I rate and review all the TV shows I'm watching, which I'm watching quite a few TV shows right now, both at work and at home. And my Letterboxd, where I review all the movies I watch when I have time. So, and also the podcast I host, Mr. Crazy Joe, that we record Tuesday. Patreon, you get early access to it. The second it stops uploading, the second we stop recording on Tuesday, goes right up on Patreon. You have access to it 4 days before, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days before it drops, and then it airs Friday mornings. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out everything I've explained, and especially the link to purchase this movie. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you later.